How's it going, everybody? Nathaniel from RCInsight here, and today I'm going to be going over all the new sets for the Lego Technic 2021 wave that we know of so far, and I'm going to give you some of my thoughts and opinions on them. We're going to skip the helicopter because it's a polybag, and I already talked about that in one of my other videos. So we're going to start with the 42116 skid steer loader. Now you can see it has 140 pieces, and it's retailing for $9.99 in the US. This is why Brickset is great, by the way, guys. This set I really like. I love the price point. 140 pieces. It'll be a relatively nice sized build for the price point. I really like the way this looks. I have not bought a Technic set in years. I do plan on buying this because I really like the way it looks. Likewise, with 42117 Race Plane, I have the exact same feelings. 145 pieces, same price point. This is fantastic. This is probably my favorite Technic set in this wave and in a very long time. I love the color palette here with more of that Lego teal that they brought back. This is gorgeous, and a gorgeous mix of Technic and also some more classic Lego bricks there. I love this so much. This is right at the top of my list. I will be getting this right away when it comes out. Very excited about this one. Then we have the Monster Jam Grave Digger. Now, this is 212 pieces, and the retail price isn't here, but I believe the retail price in Canada is $24, so probably $20 US. Again, this is a really nice set. I remember watching Monster Jam as a kid, and I really enjoyed it, and I was worried that this was going to be overpriced, but at 212 pieces, $25, $20 in the US probably, this is great value. And again, you know, looking at the build, I'm not enthralled by the build. It's not the greatest build, but it's a nice build, and it's like a childhood classic. So obviously, I think I'm planning on getting this as well. That being said, for the Monster Jam Max D, 230 pieces, same price point, not as interested. I guess you could actually argue that this is possibly a nicer build. I'm just not as familiar with it from when I was a kid watching Monster Jam. So again, while it's nice, I'm not as interested in it, and I don't need two monster trucks, so I'm just going to be sticking with the Gravedigger and not getting this one. But this is a nice build too, and if you're indifferent, probably the nicer one to get. Like I said, if you don't have any affinity to one of the sets or the other, I think this one's a little bit nicer, and you get a little bit more pieces for the same price point. Then after that, we have the Rescue Hovercraft. There's been no proper Lego images released for this yet. This is all we have. There's been no promotional or box images, so it's hard to really tell what's going on here. I'm assuming this is probably in the 300 to 400 piece range. Maybe it's only 200, but I think it's 300 to 400 at least. Probably looking at $50 to $60 for this one. In that price range, it's probably reasonable. I don't love it. I don't love the orange color scheme, and I'm not particularly interested in a Technic boat, but you know, it's a decent looking set that I'll reserve my full thoughts for until we get, you know, proper images for it. Same thing goes with this heavy duty excavator. This one I'm much less interested in, though. This is probably going to be closer to 300 pieces if I had to eyeball it. They've done excavators in the past that have been much nicer, much bigger, much more unique than this. So I guess if you're looking for a cheaper, more accessible excavator, this is probably the one to go with. There's just nothing really interesting about this to me because I have so many from Technic and from Lego City, and yeah, so this just isn't that cool. I mean, getting the working mechanicals in anything like this is always nice, but again, in the past, they've done ones that actually have remote controlled mechanics and stuff like that, and so this is an easy pass for me. Then there's the Jeep Wrangler. I do often like the Technic vehicles that are modeled off of real life vehicles. This just doesn't do it for me. It's pricey. 665 pieces. It's $50 US, $70 Canadian. Just not worth it to me. It's not a terrible price point, but I just find it relatively uninteresting. And also, I feel like they could have picked a better color than yellow for this. There is a lot of yellow Technic sets out there Technic. I don't know which one it is. Sorry, I'm flipping between the two. There's a lot of them out there, and I have a bunch of ones even from way back in the day when I did collect the Technic sets. So yellow was a poor color choice in my view, and this just isn't that interesting overall. Then there's the McLaren Senna GTR. Now this I like a lot. 830 pieces, another $50 set. I think it's $80 Canadian. This is very nice. It's nice to get a Technic race car that's at a more affordable price point. They're often really, really big sets, lots of pieces, expensive, and they look really cool. And we do get one of those in this wave, but it's nice to get a smaller one in this wave. I really like this. I don't know if it will be on my list to collect. I know I will have friends who are collecting it for sure, and I may just review it for him. We'll see. But it's certainly something that I am interested in. I think it looks really nice, and I like particularly the price point that it sits around. It's nice to get one of these cheaper, like I said. We'll see if I get it or not, but this is a really, really good product, especially for those of you who are into collecting these cars. This is a fantastic, fantastic piece for that. Then there's the off-road buggy, $130 US, 170 Canadian, and 374 pieces. Now, before you go and say it's overpriced, which it is, it also has their new Lego control connectivity, so you can control it from an app on your phone. Kind of cool. I haven't gotten any of those cars in the past. I might get this one just because I also run an RC channel, and with RC being a big part of what I do, having an RC Lego car would be kind of cool. This one looks like it may be the most agile of the three that I know of. There was the rock crawler, and then there was the Top Gun car. Suspension here looks good, which gives me hope that it might be a little more durable. But these things just can't go fast. They don't really work for outside. And so if Lego wants to actually up their game and build a Lego RC car, which would be awesome, they're going to have to still up the technology. It's not quite there yet. I may consider getting this one just because I can, and it fits well with my channel. But that would be why, not because I want to spend $180 on a mediocre looking build that probably doesn't drive the greatest either. And then lastly, there's the Ferarri 488 GTE'AF Corse 51. Now this is your big Technic car, almost 1,700 pieces, $170 US, probably 220 Canadian. This is your big one. It is glorious looking. I love all the detailing with the stickers. It's very clear that this is a race car, which is really nice. They did not hold back. They went all out. It looks like whatever the track version of this vehicle would look like. And the Technic racing cars look so smooth. Like, they really do look great. And so if you're collecting these, fantastic. It's a fantastic addition. They're just expensive. They're cool, but they're expensive. And so it's probably not something that I'll be picking up because I just haven't been collecting their race car series at all. All right, guys, so those are my thoughts on the 2021 Technic Wave, what we know about it so far at least. For me, the clear winners are the McLaren Senna GTR because of the price point, and then also Gravedigger because of the price point, and then really surprisingly, these three small sets, the helicopter, the skid steer loader, the race plane. I love them. I know they're small, but they're the nicest to me $20 Technic sets. In these cases, $10, $13 Technic sets that have been made in forever. They're really, really nice. Good size builds for the price point. So that's my highlights is these three. Gravedigger's a good price point, and then the standout is the McLaren Senna GTR, again, for price point and the fact that it's still a great addition to your car collection. So stay tuned for more thoughts on LEGO 2021 sets coming soon. I'm going to be knocking off all the major themes that have set images released for now. I'm holding off on Star Wars until we get the full wave, but the rest of those are coming soon. Marvel Superheroes, Creator Expert, all those coming soon. So if you're interested and looking for my thoughts on those, please subscribe so that you can see them as soon as they come out. And if you like this video, please leave a like. With all that said, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.